Baseball at Wrigley Field. There's nothing better than a hot dog, a cold beverage, and the warm glow of a sunny afternoon at the friendly confines. Unfortunately, Mother Nature does not always cooperate.
You know, we've had snowouts, and we've had snow delays, we've had fog delays, we've had lightning delays.
And this is the man that's probably seen more weather delays at Wrigley Field than anyone else.
I am Gary Pressey, the Chicago Cubs organist since 1987.
Gary has been a staple at Wrigley Field for over 30 years. He even has his own bobblehead.
The ballpark is situated right by the lake, and it does affect what's going on sometimes with the weather.
So what goes into the decision to delay or postpone a game? It's not exactly cut and dried, and rules are different from ballpark to ballpark. But here's how things work when the weather refuses to cooperate at Wrigley Field. The official Major League Baseball rulebook states, "The home team shall be the sole judge as to whether a game shall not be started." The logic is that the home team knows the area's unique weather patterns and the condition of the playing field. For weather guidance, MLB provides forecasts from a meteorological service. And the Cubs employ 2 additional services that provide real-time forecasts with on-call meteorologists. So hours before players begin their pregame rituals, the Cubs receive 3 different specialized forecasts for the specific area surrounding Wrigley Field.
I mean, you're playing out in an open-air situation. The weather is a big deal. I think a lot of people think, you see a blob of rain on the radar, you watch the way it's moving, and you just go to a scale of miles and say, hey, it'll move so far in the next 10 minutes or 2 hours. The fact is, these summertime environments that involve thunderstorms are highly dynamic. They're changing all the time, and that's what having a professional meteorologist or service, as the Cubs do, they're able to offer guidance on whether or not the situation we see right now is likely to continue or whether it's likely to change, and if so, when and how. Okay, that's good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's all right.
A starting pitcher typically needs 30 to 45 minutes to properly warm up before taking the mound. Therefore, a decision to start the game on time must be made 35 minutes to 45 minutes prior to first pitch. And it's not just the start of the game that has to be considered. The hours after the game starts need to be looked at to allow a starting pitcher to go deep into a game. Unfortunately, this didn't happen on August 18, 2015, when the Cubs played the Tigers under ominous skies at Wrigley Field. At first pitch, there was no precipitation, but fast forward to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
All of a sudden, it had been raining since the 2nd inning, but in the last few seconds, the skies really opened up.
The rain delay lasted 2 hours and 17 minutes. Both Cubs starter Jason Hammel and Tiger starter Anibal Sanchez were removed when play resumed, making this essentially a bullpen game. Without the lengthy stoppage, Hammel likely could have gone deeper, as he'd thrown only 62 pitches. The average Hammel start in 2015 was 89 pitches. It was even worse for Tiger starter Anibal Sanchez, who had thrown only 39 pitches in 2 1/3 innings before Chicago's showers sent him to the showers. About 5 minutes before the game begins, each team hands in a lineup card to the umpires. At this point, the home team no longer makes the decision regarding play. That responsibility now moves to the umpires. The Cubs still provide weather forecasts to the umpire crew, but ultimately, the umpires and MLB make the final call. Rules state that umpires have to wait 30 minutes at minimum before calling a game, but there's no limit to how long they can wait. Our old friend Gary Pressey remembers one of the longest rain delays at Wrigley Field in 2003.
And it was Labor Day, and Mark Pryor was going to be the starting pitcher. We did not want to have him get up and pitch and then get a rain delay. The scheduled start was 1:30. We did not start till 10 minutes to 6. But it was worth it because the Cubs didn't win that game.
Keeping up so far? Good, because after the All-Star break, things get tricky. During a visiting team's last trip to Chicago, the decision to delay or postpone a game is the responsibility of MLB in consultation with the Cubs.
Joe, I know you just reconvened and there is a decision on this game.
Yeah, we called the game.
While postponing a game is never ideal, starting a game only to have it suspended can be heartbreaking to the men on the field.
If we had gotten through 5 innings, a decent chance this game would have been suspended. But because we didn't quite complete the 5 innings, this game would have had to start over had they not resumed.
And there would have been a couple really angry people. Paul Goldschmidt, home run. Jason Hayward, home run. Anthony Rizzo, home run.
Like Len said, if a game doesn't get to the 5th inning, it has to start over, and everything that happened during that abbreviated game gets thrown out. This memorably happened during the first night game ever played at Wrigley Field. On August 8, 1988, Rick Sutcliffe made the historic start, and Ryne Sandberg put the Cubs on top early with a first-inning 2-run homer. Unfortunately, as far as the history books are concerned, neither of those things ever happened. The sky opened up in the 4th inning, causing the game to be postponed to the following night. Instead of 283 career home runs for Rhino, he only has 282 because the rain washed this one away. The baseball season is famously long. With 162 games played out over the course of about 187 days, rescheduling dates between two teams can get complicated. Not only do you need to find a date when both teams aren't already scheduled to play, you also need to take into account the travel time needed for both teams. This can lead to a 72-hour sprint in which teams play 3 games in 3 different cities. Moving games to future makeup dates can lead to congested schedules, with no off days for weeks. Just look at how the 2018 season wrapped up for the Cubs, who played a grueling 42 games in 43 days. Sure, waiting through a rain delay is never fun, but not every rain delay is all bad. They can lead to some fun moments, some silly moments, and even one of the most magical moments in the history of the Cubs franchise. So before you begrudge the next drizzle, cloudburst, or monsoon at Wrigley Field, remember that without the rain, we might never have gotten this.
That was the greatest rain delay ever.
Just as we get ready to start the 10th, the grounds crew is told by this umpiring crew and the crew chief, John Hirschbeck, to bring out the tarp.